Good morning and welcome to all the students. Myself Renu Rathi from Shri Rama Bharati Public School. Here we are going to teach you through our virtual classes. Today my topic is number system. I know most of you have started this number system chapter, one or two definitions also, but still I am going to start the topic again. Number system means today I am going to tell you about all the numbers that is in your syllabus. After that also we are having many other branches of the numbers. First of all, let me tell you first thing, that is n. N stand for natural numbers. Why we are saying it as a natural number only? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. If the counting will go like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, then these are known as the natural numbers. We are saying these numbers as a natural numbers because whenever we want to count something, like if we want to count the number of chairs in the classroom, if we want to count the number of students in the classroom, like roll number of the students, then we always start with 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. We never start with roll number 0, roll number 2, roll number 3. No, we don't start like this. So the counting that starts naturally are known as natural numbers. And they started from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. After this set, this is a set of natural numbers. When I will add 0 in these numbers, then they will become the set of whole numbers. Now I am having the set of whole numbers. So it means whole numbers will start from 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Fine students. After that, when we are having negative number also, negative means -1, -2, -3 and so on, and plus 0 plus natural numbers, then these numbers are known as integers, and this is the symbol for integers. So the set of integers is having all the negative numbers, 0 all the positive numbers. After that, if we are having the number in the form of p by q, if we are having the number which are in the form of p by q, like 2 by 3 and also like √4, √9. After that we are having number 3.17 bar. Fine students. So these all numbers are known as rational numbers. They are known as rational numbers. √4 is a rational number because the value of √4 will be plus minus 2. √9 will be plus minus 3. I have knowingly introduced these numbers here. Reason is because √3 is an irrational number that I will tell you after this topic. But still √4 we can take. It is a perfect square number. So it is a rational number only. After that, this set we are having one more set, that is irrational numbers. These numbers are irrational numbers, and the examples are √3, √2, √7 and so on. And one more example is pi. You all know that the value of pi is 22 by 7. You are taking the value pi is equal to 22 by 7. This is in the form of p by q. But still I am not taking it in the form of p by q here. I am not saying that pi is rational. I am saying that pi is irrational. How it possible? Because pi is equal to 22 by 7 is the approximate value of pi. It is not the exact value of pi. Pi is the single value in which we have converted the decimal number in the fraction number. In most of the question, in most of the formulas, what we are doing? We are converting fractional numbers in the form of p by q. But here we are taking the value of pi. Pi value is in decimal, but we are taking approximately 22/7. That's why this is not equal to, this is approximately equal to. So we will not write the value here. And next example is 0.1, 001, 0001 and so on. Non-terminating, non-repeating. Every time we are adding 1 zeros in the sequence. That's why these numbers are non-terminating and non-repeating. These are also the irrational numbers. So first let me tell you what are the natural number. A set of 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Then what about the whole numbers? They are 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. What about the integers? -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. What about the rational numbers? Natural numbers plus whole numbers plus integers plus p by q form plus all the non-terminating but repeating numbers also, and we are having other numbers also here. I have written natural numbers plus whole number plus integers. So better to write integers only, because integers already having whole numbers. Whole numbers are already having natural numbers. This is just for your explanation only. Otherwise you can write integers here. Now what about the set that will contain all the rational numbers and irrational number? This set is known as real numbers. This set is known as real numbers. So what we can say, real numbers is equals to rational numbers plus irrational numbers. So real numbers is a set of rational numbers and irrational numbers. In maths, if the question is what is the definition of real number, then we can write that the set of rational number and irrational number is known as a set of real numbers. Or we can also say that real numbers is equals to rational numbers plus irrational numbers. Fine students, here I just want to explain you one more thing. Natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So we can't tell the last natural number because they are uncountable. But we can tell the first natural number is 1. The first 3 natural numbers are 1, 2, 3. The first 10 natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 till 10. Fine students, but we can't tell the last 10 natural numbers. So the question can be come from the first natural numbers, not from the last natural numbers. Same in the whole numbers. What is the sum of first 3 whole numbers? So we will not take 1, 2, 3. We will take first 3, that is 0, 1 and 2. First 3 whole numbers means first 3 position holders in the whole numbers. And it is starting from 0. So first whole number is 0. Second whole number is 1. Third whole number is 2. Okay students. Same as in the natural numbers, we can't tell the last natural numbers. In whole number also we can't tell the last whole number. Okay. Next is integer. In integer we can't tell the first integer and we can't tell the last integer because it started from negative integers and we can't tell which number is the smallest one in the negative numbers. In the negative, -1 is not the smallest number. -1 is the greatest in all the negative numbers. And the counting will always start from the smallest one. So here we can't tell the smallest integer. And we can't tell the last integer also. So what is the sum of first 10 integers? What is the sum of first 5 integers? These questions can't asked by anyone and can't be asked in any book, because no one can tell the first integers, no one can tell the last integers. Rational number, I already told you, the combination of these numbers is known as rational numbers. In fact, we can say the number which can be written in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. So here I am going to write this statement again. What is the meaning of rational number? Rational numbers means the numbers which can be written in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers, where p and q are integers, and q should not equal to 0. In fact, let me add one more thing. P and q should be co-prime. P and q should be co-prime. I just want to explain you the meaning of these numbers. P upon q. The number should be written in the form of p upon q. The denominator should not be equal to 0, because the division by 0 is not possible. So q should not be equal to 0. And what about p and q co-prime? P and q are co-prime means they should be written in the simplest form. Like we all know that 30 upon 60 is in the form of p by q. Q is not equal to 0 also. But this is not the lowest term. We all know that we can also cancel these zeros. 3 ones are 3 twos are. The answer is 1 by 2. So when the answer will reduce in the simplest form, then it is known as the co-prime number. It means co-prime numbers are those numbers in which HCF will be 1. So you have to cancel these numbers till that point when the HCF will be 1. When the HCF of these two numbers will be 1. Let me take one more example, that is 12 upon 16. If some student had divided like this, 6 then 8 and answer is 6 upon 8. HCF of 6 and 8 is not equals to 1. So we will again divide these two numbers. 3 4 answer is 3 upon 4. Yes, this is in the simplest form. Reason simplest, or we can say that lowest form. Because here HCF of 3 and 4 is equals to 1. And co-prime means having the HCF is equals to 1. So what is the meaning of co-prime? Co-prime means HCF of P and Q should be equals to 1. HCF of P and Q should be equals to 1. Fine, students. So we can say that real number is a set of rational numbers. A set of rational numbers plus a set of irrational numbers. Okay, students. Now let me tell you one more thing for this concept only. This figure will help you to answer many questions. See, first question. Can we say every natural number is whole number? Can we say every natural number is an integer? Every natural number is an rational number. So you just think about it. What will be the answer? The question can be in this form also. Can we say every rational number is natural number? Every integer is natural number. So for this, you just draw this figure. If your answer will be going outside, your question is like this. inside. I will tell you the effect of this inside and outside. Means you are taking natural number from inside and you are going outside. Like every natural number is integer. My arrow is like this. Then the answer will be always yes. And if your question is like this, inside and this is outside, means you are coming from outside. Every integer is natural number? No. We are having many negative integers that are not the natural numbers. Every whole number is natural number, every whole. Outside, then you are coming inside. So the answer will be no. Fine, students? So here will be the answer will be no. Clear, student? Can we say every real number is a rational number? Can we say every real number is a rational number? Outside, then inside. Outside, inside. The answer will be no. Because we are having many numbers under root 3, under root 3, under root 7 that are real numbers but not the rational numbers. Can we say every real number is irrational number? Every real. Outside, irrational means inside. Outside, inside, answer will be no. Because we are having the examples of 2 by 3 that are real numbers but not the irrational number. Now can we say every irrational number is real number? Every irrational means inside. You are going outside now. Every irrational number is real number. Inside, you are going outside, then the answer will be yes. Every irrational number is real number. Every natural number. Now, see, every natural number. My question has started from here. Now, let me see where I want to go. If I want to go inside, then it will be no. If I want to go outside, then it will be yes. So, every rational number is real number. Yes. Every rational number is natural number. No. If I want to go on the integers, every integer, this side, no. Outside, yes. So, if you want to come, you just fix your position. If you want to come inside, your answer will always be no. If you want to go outside, your answer will always be yes. Every integer is a natural number. No. This is not true because we are having many negative numbers that are integers but not the natural numbers. But if you want to say every integer is rational number, then the answer will be yes. Yes, every integer is a rational numbers because we can write every number like 7 in the form of p by q because 7 is equals to 7 upon 1. Every number, in fact 0 can be written in the form of p by q, that is 0 by 1. So every natural numbers, every whole numbers, every integers can be written in the form of p by q. That's all for today. Means today we have completed about the number system. In the next class we will start about the rational and irrational numbers in detail. Okay students, you all have to just draw this figure in your notebook so that it will help you in your class 10th also. In class 10th your first topic will be real numbers only. So it will help you there also. And this is all about today's class. Fine students, thank you.